Interest rates don't just hit profits. They quietly change the value of everything on a bank's balance sheet. In the last two videos, we measured earnings sensitivity and cash flow timing. Now we move to the most powerful IRRBB tool of all. Duration and DVE, the method that tells you how much value the bank actually gains or loses when rates move. Duration is often misunderstood. It's not time to maturity. It's not average life. Duration measures how sensitive the value of a cash flow is to interest rate changes. Think of it as the interest rate leverage of an asset or liability. A long-duration asset reacts dramatically when rates move. A short-duration liability barely flinches. Duration answers one question: if rates change by 1%, how much does the value change? To measure value sensitivity, we use modified duration. The formula is simple in concept. Take the timing of each cash flow, weight it by its present value, combine them into a single sensitivity number. The result tells you a 1% change in rates will change the value by X%. If an asset has a modified duration of 4, a 1% rate increase reduces its value by roughly 4%. If a liability has a duration of 2, the same rate increase reduces its value by 2%. Duration turns the entire balance sheet into a single sensitivity number. Once we know the duration of assets and liabilities, we can compute economic value of equity, EVE, sensitivity. EVE is simply present value of assets minus present value of liabilities. When interest rates move, both sides change in value, but not equally. The difference between the two is the bank's economic value sensitivity. If assets have longer duration than liabilities, rising rates hurt the bank more. If liabilities have longer duration, falling rates hurt more. Duration plus EVE tells you how much the bank's long-term value rises or falls when interest rates shift. Let's take a simple example of a bank with assets worth $10 billion, duration 4. Liabilities worth $9.5 billion, duration 2. A 1% rate increase would cause assets lose $400 million and liabilities lose $190 million. Net impact: a $210 million hit to economic value. Repricing gap shows short-term earnings sensitivity. Maturity gap shows timing mismatches, but duration shows true value sensitivity. It captures all future cash flows, their timing, their discounting, their sensitivity to rate changes. Duration is the method regulators rely on for ICAAP, stress testing, and long-term IRRBB assessment. Here's the exam translation. On paper, this position looks stable. In reality, timing breaks it. Duration is powerful, but not perfect. It assumes parallel shifts in the yield curve, no changes in customer behavior, no optionality, no convexity effects. That's why banks complement duration with scenario analysis, behavioral modeling. Duration is the foundation, but not the whole building. You now understand duration and DVE, the third pillar of IRRBB measurement. Next, we look at what happens when models stop reflecting reality, and why supervisors stopped trusting them. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it.